Hi everybody, it's Dan. It's time for the outdoor office day, and it's Tuesday. It's the day before, or I should say this evening is the beginning of Yom Kippur. So my wife and I thought it was a good day for us to remember what's called Tashlikh, which is a kind of a ceremony that's connected to the 10 days of awe. It literally means casting off, and you go down to moving waters and you take a loaf of bread and you cast your bread upon the water and kind of name your sin. It's this process that we've talked about of cleansing, and you know, it's taken from Micah 7, where it says, "Who is a God like you, pardoning the sin and overlooking crimes of the remnant of his heritage? He does not retain his anger forever, because he delights in grace. He will again have compassion on us. He will subdue our iniquities, and you will throw all their sins into the depths of the lake, of the sea, of the river, or whatever it may be." And so it's an important time right before Yom Kippur, and we'll talk about Yom Kippur in a moment. But it's an important time as we make our way through from Rosh Hashanah to the eve of Yom Kippur. These 10 days of awe, times of reflection and repentance, and making sure our spiritual house is in order. One of the key things during this time is to make sure that you do your best to look back and to look ahead. But in looking back, you want to make sure that if you've wronged anybody, you make it right. But it's just as important that if anybody's wronged you, that you forgive them. I got this from a Jewish sage. It says, after being hurt, it's easy to hold a grudge and hold on to the thorn that we believe was put in our heart by whoever hurt us, and then to point the finger of blame at whoever we believe to be guilty. But when we do that, it's sort of like drinking poison and expecting our enemies or to get sick or whatever. So we must get to the point where we can freely forgive. Forgiveness is putting down the thorn of anger. It's putting it away. It's pulling it out, tossing it into the moving water. Forgiveness is returning to God, returning to love, and returning to freedom. Because when we forgive, we set ourselves free. We are affirming the possibility of goodness and life, and we're handing it back to those who have wronged us. And in so doing, we're set free. And so, for you, if anybody has wronged you over this year, set them free. Let them go. Freely you have received, so freely give. So, like I said, Sharon and I went to a Spokane River. We threw our bread into the water, and now we look forward to Yom Kippur tomorrow. And remember, as believers, Yom Kippur is a great day. It's a day of great rejoicing, because we no longer have to wait for a high priest to take the blood of bulls and goats into a cubicle known as the most holy place, because our Yeshua, our Jesus, has entered into the real Holy of Holies, offering a blood sacrifice, his blood, a perfect atonement, and it never, ever has to be given again. He did it once and for all. So may you enjoy this season, and then, as you know, in a week or so, we'll be beginning the process, or the time of rejoicing with the Feast of Tabernacles and going through that. Well, Sharon and I will be heading off to Israel in a week, and many of these short outdoor office experiences that we've been taping will tape from Israel. So Shalom and Shana Tova, and God bless you all.